Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome aboard. Time for liftoff. We approach endgame. How's everyone today? Today we're gonna finish this. We've got a long day ahead. Welcome, everyone. Wombat, Prestige, Alistair, KIG, Kim. What's up, everyone? Welcome, welcome. Welcome all. Tibor, early stream. Sort of, yeah. There are really 2 times that I start streams, and they're only a little bit different from the 2 times I used to start streams. We had a fixed schedule. I was here every Saturday for 12 hours for most of this year. I mean, most of 2016, I've been here for 12 hours every Saturday. What's a little bit different today is that it just happened to be on a Saturday. The new rotating schedule is good for me so far. Still don't know how it's all going to work out. But the 12-hour streams I can plop down on any day. They're not necessarily going to be Saturday. But yeah, Tibor, how are you doing? This is the early slot. Starts at 10 o'clock my time. So I'm these days starting at either 10 or 1. Gives me some flexibility. The streams are either 8 hours or 12. Although we're going to do a 24-hour next Friday. Next Friday is going to be 24-hour stream number 33. I think it's going to be number 33, and we're going to be doing Dragon Age Inquisition. We'll be starting it before that, but I'm not sure whether we'll be starting Dragon Age on Thursday or Monday or Tuesday. Anyways, let's jump back in. What's on the table today? We've got that's right, we left off. We've got Horizon, and then the Citadel DLC and Endgame. We've got a 12-hour stream for it today. I think we might finish in less than that. Not, who knows, could still spill over. Polls. There aren't a lot of polls left. We have the ongoing Paragon Renegade poll. Paragon's running away with it today. After a few days of good solid Renegade action, we've balanced back out. 7-1 right now. Renegades are going to have to get moving. We have a poll for the game's ending, which ending to pursue. We also have an ongoing poll, which is kind of a curious one for does Diana Allers get to stay on the ship? Up to this point, she gets to stay, has been winning the poll. But it only takes one tip to kick her off the ship. If suddenly enough people have voted to kick Allers off the ship and we still have that opportunity, she gets kicked off the ship and then the poll's over. She doesn't come back. So we'll see what happens with that. Would have liked to have had more polls for this game. Some of my thoughts on that, a bit of a reflection on Mass Effect 2 versus 3, as much as I like them both. There were so many critical decisions to affect things in Mass Effect 2, and as I tried to come up with polls in 3, there weren't as many major decisions, were there? But I didn't really acknowledge that over the past few years. I always thought of Mass Effect 3 as having just as much branching, or nearly as much branching as 2, and it really doesn't. Anyways, Priority Horizon, that's our first stop. We might have a couple more N7 missions pop up today. Most of the galaxy has been probed. We've probed everything. Everything so far. Missed a couple things during the Omega DLC. Missed some of the information on Cerberus back on Eden Prime at the beginning of the playthrough. But we're closing in on Endgame. Shepard and the rest of the squad level capped at 60. We imported the Mass Effect 2 Shepard at level 30. And we just cruised right through it, picking up all those med kits when we hadn't used med kits, so we're always full on med kits. So when we pick up med kits, we get XP instead of Metagel. That worked out really well. We leveled very quickly. And there's our Paragage ship. Yes. Thank you, Kim, for pointing that out. The schedule on SpecMe should show in your time zone. You don't have to worry about converting it. It should give you a countdown that works for you and a schedule that works for you. One thing I'd like to do that I haven't done yet, I'd like to come up with a few related things. A splash screen for the Twitch page when it's offline that shows the week's upcoming schedule. I'm not sure what I want to put on there, either just the games or maybe the games and the times. It's going to help people, I hope, better see when the off days are and what games are going to be played during the week if you want to show up on a certain day for a certain game. All right, KIG, sorry you got to go. But come back when you can. See you in a little bit. Need to check in with anyone on the ship while we're here. Upgrades to pick up.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
KG, awful close to KIG. KG, thank you for the host. What's up? Welcome.
Kept you waiting.
Ty, what's going on, Ty? I should go. You all can bang, okay? Investigate Sanctuary. That's where we're going. Kepler Verge. Well, anything that's not showing 100% may or may not actually have things we can scan for. Kite's Nest, 71. So let's go to Kite's Nest, finish scanning that out, see what I missed. Don't think there's anything in Horsehead, Anos, Rogan, DMZ to scan. At this point, we've got plenty of time to finish the game. And, so there's another one. Crescent Nebula, not sure about that. Shrike Abyssal. Let's pop into these under 100% clusters and systems and see what we can do.
I have detected a signal.
Did pick up some star charts. Snappy Salami. What a cool name. Snappy Salami says, "Hey, sweetie, what up? Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Welcome." I think some of the star charts we picked up, one of the missions yesterday, have put a few more things on the map.
I found something.
To what end? 100 units of fuel on the wall. 400 units of fuel. Well, I didn't come out here for the fuel. Really, there's nothing on any of these planets. Moons. Nada. Just fuel. Well, apparently we came for the fuel. Ah, there we go. Tyrix, one of the largest objects in Thal's asteroid belt, is a metallic asteroid with an iron-nickel core under a rocky olivine mantle. Possibly a remnant protoplanet, prevented from forming into anything bigger by gravitational disturbances from Zerseo. Oh, because of the war asset sound. You know, it's funny, Prestige. I don't know why, but it has not confused me. It totally should. The donation sound is the war asset sound from Mass Effect 3, and we're playing Mass Effect 3, and the war assets acquire frequently. So I've been hearing that noise a lot. Maybe it's because I'm seeing it. My brain doesn't even skip a beat with that one. Of all the things that confuse me at the drop of a hat, that one I've been doing all right with so far. Paragon is crushing Renegade this morning. Crushing it. Eshtok, Systems Alliance official, once summarized his tour of the Vorcha homeworld as follows. You can make your own Heshtok in 2 steps. Take Hell, then add Vorcha. The planet is highly volcanically active, leading to periodic releases of toxic gases into the air and water supplies, as well as other extreme situations that gave rise to the Vorcha's legendary adaptability. Overcrowding and the extermination of most of their ecology led to a planet covered in weeds and hardy vermin. The Vorcha did not have a recognized single government that would allow them membership in any galactic league. Alliances between bloodlines are tenuous at best, and the Vorcha's short, violent lives ensure there are few lasting institutions. Reaper invasion of Heshtok encountered little formal military resistance, but the harvesting process is slow. Destroying neighboring cities fails to intimidate Vorcha, who become submissive only if physically dominated in person. Cutting off their water supply simply makes them adapt their bodies to get moisture from food. Allied intelligence hypothesizes that Reaper forces are not harvesting yet, instead seeking to immobilize Heshtok's population and prevent them from joining the fight for the galaxy at large. What's up, Iceman? Good morning. Happy Saturday. Welcome. You get some of my text completion stuff set back up. Lack of census data spreads estimates from 6 to 9.3 billion pre-invasion. What's on your plate for this Saturday? Do you get to hang out today? Hey, Bob, what's up? DBA Bob in the house. Two Bobs in 1 minute. Man, we're just racking up the Bobs. I got a meeting with the Bobs. Yeah, they called me at home. What's up? What's up? How's your weekend going, DBA Bob? Raven just got back from the gym. Welcome back from the gym. Hello, hello. I already scanned that. Scanned and done. I remember what I did scan though before finding that. So we're looking for fuel or another asset. That'll be fuel.
Evasion successful. Reapers eluded.
Now we just need Bob there. We can have 3 for 1 on Bob's. Fire sale on Bob. Fire sale on Bob.
Light jump successful.
Nothing but clowns. Damn. Not the creepy kind. They keep spotting. Never mind, we don't need to talk about those creepy clowns. We just totally don't need to do that. Keep seeing creepy clowns in the news, but we don't need to go there. Sebor! Still waiting for the day Jay will become a colored floating head. I have not evolved quite that far yet. Hourglass Nebula, Crescent Nebula. Is there actually stuff to scan there? Find out. You can't have too many Bobs, you just can't. Saw that written somewhere. So it is written, and so shall it be.
I found something.
Ilium, classic garden world. Entrepot. Between the Terminus systems, I don't actually know that word at all. Between the Terminus systems and the Asari republics. To abet this trade, the normally stringent customs laws of Council space on product safety, prescribed materials, and sapient trafficking are relaxed. The world is hot and massive. Ground settlement is only possible at the higher polar latitudes. In more equatorial locations, the population is housed in arcology skyscrapers to escape the heat of the surface. It's not that simple, Sebor. I have a really nice green shirt, but it doesn't quite match the green. I thought it would be close enough, but it's actually hard to get a good chroma key on the shirt and the background at the same time. I would need a shirt that better matches the background. Or I'm thinking about getting one of those Razer Stargazer. It won't help for the green shirt thing, but the new Razer webcam does dynamic background removal, kind of with the depth sensor, like the Kinect camera. I was thinking about that. We might be able to use one of those for some low light streaming in October, play some horror games. Reaper forces met a surprising amount of resistance at Ilium. Its leaders were paranoid about keeping their fortunes and were influential in both Terminus and Citadel space. They acquired a large defense fleet and a high number of fission weapons, and in the brief space battle used them on Reaper's fleet troop transports rather than their near-impervious capital ships. As a result, the inevitable ground invasion has been slowed to a crawl as the Reapers manufacture more troops. You know, I guess it would be possible to double chroma key things. I could chroma key the background with one filter, and I could chroma key the shirt with a second filter. I never thought to overlap them, but that might be doable. I bet OBS can do that. The OBS Studio filtering system is really cool. One of the things that has fundamentally changed in OBS from the old version to the new version is filtering system is completely different. It's very cool to see how you can apply all sorts of filters on top of each other to all sorts of sources. Ow, looking for fuel in this huge system. Huge. Should be more methodical about it. The system is so damn big, if I just wing it, I'm never gonna find anything. Oh, they almost got me.
Successful.
You see how the Reapers were speeding up at the end? If you've seen me have a lot of close calls with the Reapers, When they're going that fast, that's when you can't get away. When they accelerate to that pace where they're just closing in on you. Watch this one as he starts to close in on the Normandy. Look at how fast he's coming.
Reapers eluded.
When they're going that fast, if they get to the Normandy, you're done. When they're going slowly, they can actually cross paths with the Normandy, and you have about 1.5 seconds to accelerate away. So it really depends how quickly they're moving. Where's Original Penguin? Wombat, Penguin's been through. Penguin's been through this week. I don't know where Penguin is right now, but I'm pretty sure we saw Penguin, maybe not yesterday, maybe 2 streams ago. No!
Faster than light jump successful.
That was too damn close. This system is too big. How am I supposed to find fuel anywhere in this system? Geez, you could spend a year looking for fuel here. Not cool.
Evasion successful.
Should we just do the rings? Let me hit up the outer rings here. I know I already went through some of this space, and without a methodical sweep of the area, I'm not gonna be able to. They got me! Told you, when they're accelerating like that, they will get you in a second. You don't have the leeway would have otherwise had. We should already. Okay. Grab that whenever. Where the heck is the fuel? Where's the fuel at? Except for one part of that outer ring, I think I have most of. There it is. Bingo! Ty, what's up, man? Thank you for the tip, Ty. Oh, much appreciated, man. Threw you off a bit, huh? Kappa, J cheers, J love. Right back at you, man. Thank you so much, you rock. And how to tell them apart? Well. That was just another war asset.
Evasion successful.
Actually, could have saved that fuel. Should have saved that fuel. Normally would. If I'm in a system with a mass relay and I find fuel, I travel to the other systems, grab the fuel on the way back. Wasn't thinking about it. That scan may not have even effectively scanned this planet on that outer ring. All these systems are just too big.
Signal confirmed.
Double check this one. I really pinged it. So that's 50%. Is there something in the asteroid belt I didn't see? Do we have a planet somewhere in here? Yes, sort of. Belt. Lusarn's heat pummels the Nirana belt, ring of protoplanetary material, relatively close to the star. However, this heat is not enough to instigate true melting as occurs in a planet's formation, so carbonaceous asteroids, such as Baelt, retain a primitive makeup. Baelt has yet to be exploited, so the Reapers appear to have ignored it. Probes suggest it is high in chondrites and trollololite. No! Leave me
Reapers
be.
eluded.
I'm guesstimating 10 more minutes of scanning if we have a few systems, and then we'll head to Sanctuary. And Miranda meets with a better fate. You can come to the party.
I found something.
Rinley is a garden world in the last stages of habitability. While its soil still supports agriculture, its animal biodiversity has fallen to record lows, The most successful remaining life is toxic blue-green algae, an insect-like pest species. Large Solarian colonies trying to restore biodiversity to the planet, but setbacks are a fact of life. Mineral and fuel mining remains lucrative, however. Erinle has a thriving spaceport that refuels many ships passing into the Terminus systems. Credits in space. We'll come back for that fuel. Although since I didn't do that properly in the last system, I'm actually a little down on fuel. It's to work out. Baryar, Sawilo, Otari, pick up fuel hopefully in each of those systems, come back, top off before we hit the mass relay.
Signal confirmed.
Alangon, Receptive, was so named by Solarian scouts because as their probes landed on the planet, their instruments started going awry. This turned out to be due to the high concentration of magnetically active periclase, magnesia, in the core and crust of the planet. Interferes with scans and broadcast, which has given rise to countless spacer stories of pirates lying in wait in Alangon's magnetosphere, or crashed ships with untold fortunes stranded on the surface. In reality, any pirates would have a hard time locating prey amongst all the interference, and would live lives cut off from the rest of the galaxy as the magnetosphere kills extraplanetary communication. Alangon's other natural features are a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide, spectacular dry ice formations, and xenon gas, which can be skimmed from the upper atmosphere and used in ion thrusters. Ty, if you want to double check the quote, there is a sub-only command. There's a few of them to add to some of the things, add to some of the lists. You can use add game quote to add game quotes to the game quote list and a few things like that. So if you do want to add your favorite quotes, I've been meaning to start pumping it up. Trying to think about it more. We hear good quotes in a game. Let's drop that into the game quote system.
Faster than light jump
And I'd
successful.
encourage subscribers to do that too. Add your favorite game quotes.
I found something.
I can always touch up the list later as needed. Hagalaz. Do you remember Hagalaz? It's a second-tier garden world that receives little attention from the galactic community. The Solarian mining expedition initially discovered the planet, which was promptly strong-armed away from them by organized crime figures. Hagalaz's exploration rights were then sold to the highest bidder, which led to a brief burst of mining colonies in the 2000s. But most of those were abandoned when other planets were found with more accessible resources. Hagalaz has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere capable of supporting life. Its rotational period is slower than Earth's, making its day and night 98 Earth days long. The intense heat on one side of the planet and the extreme cold on the other make for violent storm cells whenever the sun is rising or setting. As a result, the flora and fauna of Hagalaz have developed the capability to live in cycles of ice, flooding, baking heat, and dramatic air pressure changes. The biota of the planet has been largely unexploited by the exotic pet and gardening trade, since simulating their natural conditions is problematic for the average consumer. So one thing the add game quote will do is it will tag it with the game we're playing. So if you were, I think, check that. So that was an ME2. Let me test something. So let's see, game quote. You lick it, you buy it. I guess not. You lick it, you buy it. That's good. You know what? I think that's better. That way you can just drop the quotes in, and they're a little bit mysterious. In fact, gets you thinking a little bit. You pull the game quote up, you go, where's that from? You lick it, you buy it. Yeah, better they're unattributed. Perfect. What you can't do currently, at least with the game quote system, is pull a specific one out by number.
Evasion successful.
There is some fuel in this system.
Reapers eluded. Faster than light jump successful. Evasion successful. Signal confirmed.
Zenithu. Ventru. Believed to be a post-garden world, Zenithu has large deposits of calcium carbonate and sedimentary rocks, indicating it may have once had plate tectonics and even plant life. Whirling clouds of dust and snow may have occurred more recently and blocked the sun, creating a mass extinction event. Its surface gravity is comfortable, and its temperature tolerable by most sapient species. Yeah, I agree, Kim. The randomness is good. If it's attributed, it's very easy to just brush it off. If it's unattributed, it sort of forces, whether you want to, it forces your brain to go, now where is that from? I think that's more effective. $100 units of fuel. What a sad little take. All right. Well, the galaxy is looking more and more probed every minute. Might check Kepler Verge and the Nubian Expanse. Ninmah cluster's been trolling me for quite a while. I don't think there is anything to scan for in the Ninmah cluster. I'm not going back because screw that noise. Fool me once. So yeah, KG, so that I remember putting that in with the attribution random elf NPC. That was Dragon Age 2. If I go back and clean it up a little bit, I would pull out where it says random elf NPC and just leave it as elf this, elf that. I'll elf your mother. How good is that quote? Yikes. Love it.
I found something.
I figured you knew what it was, KG. Just. Olus is a large rock planet wreathed in a haze of carbon dioxide and xenon. It was discovered by Batarian astronomers during the last century and first visited in the 2150s by hegemony survey teams. A small number of colonists lived in aerostat habitats above its oppressive cloud layer, harvesting carbon dioxide. No habitats can be detected now. It's likely the Reapers eliminated them or the colonists submerged into the scorching atmosphere in an attempt to hide. Governor. This is not the mass relay system. Grab the fuel that's here. And we're out. Might have been off a bit on the 10 minutes, but we're almost done doing the scanning here. Nothing here. Okay, done with Kepler Verge. We got one more system to check, one more cluster to check the Nubian Expanse. And we're off to Sanctuary. Need to go turn any of these things in before Sanctuary.
Signal confirmed.
Are NPCs on the Citadel going to disappear if I wait? Ooh, it's Pragia. On a big fucking bomb. This is where we went. This is where Jack was raised in a Cerberus program, owning her biotic skills to produce the ultimate biotic. Tests run on other children that Subject Zero would not have to be risked in these very, very dangerous tests. Forced to fight, pumped full of drugs and forced to fight. She escaped. How Jack was unleashed upon the galaxy. The jungle planet Pragia is overrun by choking hypergrowth caused by industrially mutated plant species. This, combined with its relative isolation and lack of population, has made Pragia an occasional base of operations for drug runners, weapons smugglers, pirates, mercenaries, terrorists, and intelligence agents seeking secrecy. Sustained habitation on Pragia is extremely difficult, where mutant and even poisonous plant life can overgrow colonies in days instead of years. Research data from Pragia. Another upgrade for us. That's excellent. I like upgrades. So we want to ping for the fuel and then get the fuel on the way back. Here's the fuel. We'll get it on the way back. I'm low enough on fuel at 547 that I could probably just pick it up now without wasting it. Nevertheless,
I found something.
Resa. Unremarkable methane ammonia ice giant with a small family of icy moons. It's likely that Kirtasi system had additional worlds earlier in its history, but these have been swallowed by the aging giant star. Kirtasi is an elderly, metal-poor, population 2 star, broadly similar to Arcturus. We've had a few students or teachers, veterans of astronomy, come through over the past year and a half here, and there has always been a great deal of praise for the hypothetical accuracy of these planetary descriptions. It was pretty cool. A lot of effort went into making realistic planet types. And there are so many of them.
Evasion successful.
A tremendous amount of work went into writing all these planet descriptions.
Signal confirmed.
With over 90% of its surface covered in oceans, Yam is a habitable nitrogen-oxygen world, but its extremes can be quite hostile to sapient life. The heat from its extremely long days reaches dangerous levels ranging from 44 Celsius at night to 53 in the afternoon in the temperate zones. Hurricanes run unchecked across the oceans with winds reaching up to 250 kilometers per hour. While there are some arthropod-like animals, the predominant forms of life are various kinds of toxic algae blooms that stretch hundreds of kilometers across. However, other biohydrocarbon algae blooms are suitable for use as biofuel, and farming the green gold forms the backbone of Yam's economy. Everybody sick of planet scanning already? Even though it's 10 times faster than Mass Effect 2. We may want to make a quick trip. I always say quick trip to the Citadel, and it rarely is a quick trip, but we need to turn, I think, some of these things in while we have the opportunity before going to Sanctuary.
Reapers eluded.
Lest the situation at the Citadel change, and we lose NPCs, or yada 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 yada.
Evasion successful.
Kind of tricky to get away from this one. 350. In fact, I can't go for the... We're dead. The game auto-saves on the way into the system. We should actually be in this system with the fuel. What we're going to have to do is... I'm not going to grab the fuel yet. We're going to have to pop in and out twice to get it.
Reapers eluded.
You need to enter on the right side of the system. The system is too big to get to the fuel over there and get away. All right, let's get the heck out of here.
Evasion successful.
We're done. Go do a couple turn-ins at the Citadel, head to Sanctuary. Everyone feeling good this morning, I hope? Afternoon, whatever time it might be. Not quite 11 o'clock here in the morning. Slept good. Very well last night.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
Fortunately, we are dropping frames. I know you may not be seeing this, but we were dropping frames yesterday and we're dropping frames today. Right before the stream yesterday, I got a new modem for my ISP. Not because we were dropping frames. We simply are dropping frames with the new modem. I've switched from the Chicago to Texas Twitch ingest servers, and that's not helping, so it's not the route from me to the Twitch ingest that's causing it. Anyways, I get to play around with that at another time. But we're dropping just short of 5%. That's terrible. I'm used to having no frame drops unless we have acute issues. There have been a couple of stream pauses, but they were very brief. Well, thank you for telling me. I do need to know. I just hate hearing it. Dr. Tash, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Let's drop in at the cons.
I need a cab to the Presidium.
It'll be there momentarily.
For the best Omni tools and bioamps on the market, visit our multi-council.
Welcome to Kanala Exports.
We have most of the weapon upgrades we want.
Welcome to Elkos Combine Arsenal Supplies. Thank you. Come again.
Have any turn-ins here, Liara? It looks like there are no turn-ins here right now. I should be able to check if there are turn-ins just by looking for any NPCs on the map. James, I think we're good. I don't think we actually have any turn-ins here after all. We've picked up these things, but the Cerberus ciphers... Have we not found them? Are they not on the Spectre terminal for purchase? Maybe we find those at Sanctuary. Entirely possible we find those at Sanctuary. Let's go back to Normandy. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Go Fever. Horizon. Temperate world. It has hit the sweet spot for carbon-based life. Horizon has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere maintained by abundant plants and bacteria. Soil is particularly compatible with Earth vegetation, and so a thriving community. Human community has sprung up. Horizon's population is in flux. A collector attack in 2185 inflicted significant casualties, but refugees have been streaming to the planet since the Reaper invasion began. Many land illegally, there's no way to accurately track population. Although many colonists resent the newcomers, others have embraced Horizon's new role. Advertisements for Sanctuary, its main refugee center, can be seen galaxy-wide. Who's coming down to Sanctuary? The plot down here on Sanctuary is Cerberus related, Miranda related. Anybody gonna have good dialogue related to that? Coming along. Any thoughts on who we bring? Just a reminder, although it doesn't look like it's gonna be too easy to change the tide today, but Paragon is winning out over Renegade big time. You can vote again every hour in that poll. We are probably gonna finish the game today. We have a separate poll for the ending. But other than that, this will dictate most of the choices and actions today. Looks like we're leaning Paragon. Wombat says bring Edie. My go-to team in this game is usually Liara and Edie or Liara and Garrus. Liara and pretty much anyone. But Liara and Edie are, I think, one of the most effective combinations. He having Incinerate and Overload. Shields, barriers, armor. Fantastic. And Liara, being my go-to, is mostly for Stasis Bubble. Stasis Bubble is just awesome. I don't even like Stasis in the first 2 games, but Stasis in 3.
You gotta beat the man!
Woo! Says Vega. S7, what's up, man? Says bring Vega. Get away with Edie and Vega down here? What the hell? Let's do it. Vega has one trick. He's got Carnage. He also has Frag Grenade, but really, we're talking Carnage. Fortification doesn't get used. Incendiary ammo, I can already apply that to the squad. He's got Carnage and the occasional grenade. Still, he is a badass. Let's bring him. James, you're on board. Hey, Simpika. Hope you're well. How are you doing? Vega is carrying the Valkyrie and the Eviscerator. Wombat, do we have transcoding today? That's some comfort, in spite of the other weird issues. I am very well today, Simpika, thank you.
So, what the hell do we know about this place?
Edie?
The sanctuary facility was devoted to aiding refugees from Reaper-controlled systems. The facility went offline recently, and no communications have come or gone since. It is unclear why Kai Lang or Cerberus would be interested in Sanctuary.
If there's a clue to Cerberus here, we find it.
Sir, I'm picking up a signal from the facility. It's weak. I'll try to boost it.
This is Oriana Lawson. Stay away from Sanctuary. It's not what it seems. Please, you must listen to me. They're using...
Oriana? That's Miranda's sister. If she's here, Miranda can't be far away.
That's our link to Cerberus.
Approaching the LZ. Seeing some damage, Commander, but no activity.
Cerberus does not get the jump on us this time. Stay sharp, people.
Major firefight here, Commander.
Yeah, but who was fighting?
Yeah, message received. Your call. Hint or no hint? I'll leave that to you. Leave that to you.
Everyone hear that?
Yes, radio's offline. Something's jamming our signals.
Explains no comms leaving the facility.
What the hell? Cerberus!
They egress out the back? Man, that was smart. If they had opened this side of the shuttle, they wouldn't have even gotten out. Would have killed them where they stood. No stasis bubbles, huh? Really? No stasis bubbles? We're just kind of flying blind? Alright. Where'd you go? Shit, where'd you go?
Quick bastards!
Yeah, and I saw one too, and then he got away. Got away. Yeah, there we go. That's what's up. Hello. Goodbye.
For your safety,
Flipping through.
communication devices are strictly forbidden.
Hello. Enchantment? God, kids. I wish I could see you. Stop popping into cover.
Rivals are encouraged to aid those having
Just
trouble.
stop. Shit, keeps getting his... You know what? Just burn. Just die. Just go away. Be gone with
They
you.
were evacuating.
And Looks like the Reapers were
Not enchantment.
About time they started killing each other.
To our sorting staff for inspection. They will be returned inside the compound. Be advised, communication devices will not function within Sanctuary.
What happened here?
I don't know. Come on.
Cerberus outbound. Came from that tower.
Then that's where we're headed.
For faster registration, please follow the instructions of Sanctuary staff.
Yeah, this does not look like a very operational refugee center, does it?
And your loved ones.
Old security cam footage. People getting sorted out. That's a big crowd.
Come on, let's keep looking.
A lot of refugees came here. Where are they all?
Help. Sanctuary is building a better tomorrow.
Front desk log, civilian processing ratios. Adults 60% sent to integration, children 85% sent to integration. Suitable candidates are being assigned to temporary living areas in alphabetical order. Family units are being preserved for ease of processing. B. That sound like refugee,
Communication devices will not function within Sanctuary.
proper refugee handling to you.
The number of refugees has doubled in the last 2 weeks. I heard that people are just abandoning shuttles outside the main gate. They just don't have anywhere to go. We'll need to start setting up temporary shelters out there until they can be processed.
Ready to roll, baby. How you doing? I mean, someone was on Steam for 12 years.
Incident report 2139. An illegal communication device nearly made it past pre-screening. Scanner software has been adjusted. No way it could penetrate the central scrambler, but we can't chance a signal leaving the planet.
Those having
Report
trouble
file.
with registration.
My first experience with Steam
Submit their possessions
and a lot of people's was back when Half-Life 2, the source code for Half-Life 2 got stolen before release, got delayed, a lot of the code was changed. When it finally came out, Steam was born. You had to activate Half-Life 2 through Steam.
I can finish off
The rest was history.
my contract and move from staff housing into Sanctuary itself. I feel a little guilty that I'm getting an upgrade from standard accommodations, but that's the deal. Do your time at the front desk, get the perks. One more week.
For faster registration, please follow the instructions of Sanctuary staff. All security procedures are in place to protect you and your loved ones. There is room for all new arrivals within Sanctuary.
Dishonored being released on your birthday? I don't know if we've got that marked down. If it is, it means yours is very close to mine.
Yeah, all those transports outside were waiting in line.
But where are all the
I've got
people
absolutely
they brought?
shit timing for my birthday this year.
Communication devices will not function within Sanctuary.
There's that whole big American election thing lands on mine this year, so whatever else happens, there will be absolutely no stream that day.
Got a fragment of something here.
I can't call right now, but I'll send this as soon as I can. My little girl got sick. That's why I left. I love you, but I have to take care of her. The clinics were closing their doors to refugees. I couldn't borrow credits from you. I don't know where I learned about Sanctuary. Around, I guess. Seemed perfect. Somewhere to hide, you know? Just till she got better. I can see the place out the window. It's huge. They already have people waiting for us.
To aid those having trouble with registration.
Got another one.
We land in a few minutes. You should see this place, Dad. It's amazing. Look, I'll record a bunch of stuff and send it to you. They warned us about no comms until we're through processing. What I tell you, top-notch security. Can't wait till you get here.
Be advised. Communication device.
Got some bodies.
Casualties, both sides.
I was gonna punch him, but he just
Looks like a dead
burned.
We need an exit. Keep looking.
There's our exit.
There is room for all new arrivals within Sanctuary.
Room for all new arrivals.
With your help,
As long as you don't mind sharing space with corpses.
tomorrow. Communication devices will not function within.
This is a Cerberus facility.
Shepard.
That's Miranda.
For your security,
This is Miranda Lawson. If you've managed to get this far, you must be desperate or stupid. Listen to me. This is not a refugee camp. This is a Cerberus facility run by my father, Henry Lawson. Turn back now. There is no help to be found here. All communication is being blocked from the central tower. Sanctuary is a lie. Stay away.
Okay. So, we've got Cerberus, Reapers, and Miranda's
Crazy father. Any ideas how this all fits?
Iceman, you're playing the PC version, aren't you? Which means you got the free update. I've heard there are assorted issues from some old ones. It seems to have reared back up to some new ones. Fewer visual options than there used to be. Mouse issues, although I'd be playing with a gamepad.
A security panel. Shutting it down.
What the hell? What's going on here?
What the hell is that?
We have a back door into the facility. Let's move.
I recognize the Cerberus equipment, but there are other elements being used. They have somehow incorporated pieces of Reaper technology.
And Miranda's caught in the middle. Let's pick up the pace.
I would like to play through Bioshock 1 and 2 in October, though, as long as they do sort out those PC port issues. I imagine the updates aren't huge, but I'd still like to see what they did. Just played Infinite recently, so if I do Bioshock 1 and 2 in October, we probably won't also do Infinite again. We'll do it another time.
Come on.
October's gonna go quickly. We've got a lot of things we could play in October. Some of them I already know, and some of them I don't. I might like to try and get a couple polls together to let you vote on a few of the games in October. It looks great. So does it feel updated? That'll be great if it does. I don't suppose they updated the map. Probably has the same old map, huh?
Power's out.
Look around for a switch.
Like this one?
Power switch. There.
What am I seeing here? Those are the refugees. The Reapers, what are they doing? They're killing them.
Worse. They're being turned into husks.
Now it's not just Reapers, Geth, Collectors making husks. Cerberus is making husks. Oh, this just gets better and better. Soylent husks are people.
Come on!
Creating husks doesn't make sense. There must be more to it. The Elusive Man would not make a move without an assured benefit.
And to agree. Personal PDA confirmed. Unsuitable materials reassigned to recycling. Unsuitable materials reassigned to recycling. Do you think they're talking about minerals or people that didn't meet their needs?
Shutting down the a mess of the facility.
I'm shutting down the power to the processing plant to lock them down. It should keep them out of the entrance as well.
Hey, Nico, what's up?
Madre, she's gonna get blindsided.
Miranda Lawson has arrived sooner than expected. You want me to deal with her?
Only if she gets in your way. Stay focused on the research data. Find it and get out.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
E-token.
Let's move.
Sometimes I have to see a few lines from someone before it clicks. I hope you all know if I don't say hi to you coming in, I just missed it. I do miss things. I try hard to keep up with chat, and it's impossible to keep up with all of it. You're always welcome to call me out on that, but you'd never think it's on purpose. What's up? What's up? Come on, come on, come on! Bye-bye. Bye-bye! Shotgun love, baby. Shotgun love.
I've spent the last week making small adjustments to increase processing efficiency. There is no shortage of subjects. Indeed, I'm told there's a long line outside the main gate. The deception is an unfortunate necessity. Time is very short.
The log we just heard, or one next to it? Yeah. Okay, Henry Lawson, thank you.
We've confirmed the results of Cerberus experiments involving the husk creatures. A crude but necessary first step in decoding how the Reapers communicate. The key is how the Reaper signal interacts with the nanites implanted within the subject's body. It's early yet, but we are making progress.
Well, it's been quite an experience, Prestige. Getting used to this whole dynamic and then changing things a little bit and trying things. And as the channel has grown, some of it has inevitably changed.
Must be left over from the attack.
Some of it has been more by choice. Banshee! Can't even see who's in the back. This Ravager is going to be a problem. The combination is going to be a problem. I'm probably going to die if I try to get out of the room. Hit the Banshee again. Yeah. The Ravager's missiles are just going to wreck me. I need to take cover from the Ravager's missiles, which I could do by getting out of the room. Okay. Now I want the Banshee to follow me in here so we can finish off the Banshee, hopefully before the Ravager catches up. It's actually what I want. I want the Banshee here. I need the Banshee here. We're not going to be able to kill the Banshee very effectively. I should have charged right through that. Alright, Banshee down. Ravager's coming around the corner though. Ravagers. You hear all those ooey gooey noises? That's just ah. All right, Nico out. Time for Smite. Have fun in Smite. On your feet. So, I've been picking up med kits without using them because I stay at full med kits and you get XP for them. But we're level capped, so that's no longer worth doing. Even though I've not been doing this throughout the game, I'm going to go ahead and heal up. Because otherwise they're just completely wasted. Those med kits are useless if I don't heal first now.
The Reaper's use of dragon's teeth to create husks is ingenious. The Reaper nanites attach themselves to the adrenaline released and quickly move through the body to speed conversion to the final husk state.
Are you seeing this? What they did to these people? It's sick.
It is sick, James.
It is.
There's a Banshee. Isn't that cool? Get a chance to actually look at the Banshee and not have to run from it or kill it. I don't know, maybe we don't want to spend time looking at the Banshee, though.
Dr. Yuri's legacy work with subject Paul Grayson provided a key element to our work here. Using the addictive drug Red Sand to break down the will was inspired, but proved unreliable for general application. We've proven that adrenaline and its cross-species equivalents is most effective and efficient.
So the refugees come to Sanctuary. They get processed into groups as suitable for drugging and conversion to husks. Lovely. That Henry Lawson. Quite a nice guy. Progress update. Rejected subjects have proven useful for preliminary genetic testing. The death rates are 100%, of course, but the data being gathered is critical to improving subsequent testing on viable subjects. Note, only approved personnel with Alpha 3 and above level clearance are allowed to access the genetic waste testing area. Be aware that security breaches of any kind will result in immediate contract termination.
Terminal's damaged. Hang on.
Reapers wanted the place shut down. Maybe we'll get some answers.
It doesn't make sense. Thought Cerberus and the Reapers were getting along. What changed?
It's working, Shepard.
Heading to the tower to disable the communications scrambler. I have to get word out. Some refugees are turned into husks. Some are indoctrinated and shipped to the elusive man.
I don't think I said hi yet, Densa. How you doing?
Experiments. The data indicates that my father is trying to figure out how Reaper indoctrination works.
Tricking refugees with food and shelter only to turn them into test subjects. And for what?
Bait and switch. Can't believe it.
I suggest tracking the shipments she mentioned. They could lead to the elusive man.
Good catch. Come on. Miranda said she was headed to the tower.
Where am I? Okay, I can't walk through that because it's a railing. Gotcha!
Tight quarters.
Yeah, tight quarters. Where's that Marauder? Shit. Take this one. What I wanted was that one. Get me over to a better position altogether. Shit, shield generator. Barrier generator. backing up to the start of the room here. Let's see, was there stuff? There are some things. They just ran by. I kind of want to make a pass around the whole room. Ooh, the Locust. The second time we found the Locust? No, first time. I think I got confused earlier when I picked up the Hornet. I got all excited for the Hornet. I wasn't thinking about how Hornet Locust, not quite the same thing. That's the same.
Creating these husk creatures was our first success. While not true husks, they still respond to Reaper signals. More work ahead, but we are moving forward.
Of these has... It's in another room. One of these husk chambers has a weapon in it. Open up the chamber and you pull a weapon out. Doesn't it?
Heavy resistance outside the tower. If you're receiving this, I've got evidence you cannot ignore. Confirmation that my father is working for the Elusive Man.
Connection established.
Grim Rosiah, welcome. How you doing?
I have your report on the process, Mr. Lawson. Cut to the chase. Can you do it?
Theoretically, control is possible, yes. The Reaper subjects we converted are responding, but it's difficult to maintain.
I thought that might be the case. Not to worry, Henry. With Sanctuary's help, we'll get it sorted.
Did I hear that right? This guy knows how to control Reaper troops?
I don't know. I'll play the rest of it.
We've done it. We've found a way to co-opt their control signal. As long as the Reaper troops remain in close proximity to our signal, we can maintain control indefinitely.
Excellent news. And how could we extrapolate this technique to apply to the Reapers themselves?
That's a much bigger challenge.
Now we know why the Reapers attacked Sanctuary.
They ascertained what the Cerberus plan was. Unfortunate news for the Elusive Man.
But it's good news for us. We finally have our link to Cerberus. Lowering the access ladder. Come on, let's move.
Wait, Commander. There's more. Take a look.
Damn it. I hope she's ready for it.
Internal memos streamlining procedures. In an effort to streamline our waste elimination process, a high-grade liquefaction compound has been added to our alkaline hydrolysis disposal systems. Our goal is to ensure that our processing system can meet the expected processing ratios as more subjects arrive at this facility. As a result, personnel must wear level 4 hazmat suits at all times while in the disposal area.
Look for an exit.
Look at all of them!
We're close. Keep going.
And those barrier engines are just horrible here. I got 2 of the barrier engines down already. It's a plus. One Ravager down. Shit, and the other's right next to a barrier engine. Ah, it's a spore pod. Never mind. Not next to a barrier engine. Two Ravagers down. Yarr.
I'm on it.
Another Ravager. Squishy, squishy. That did not work very well. This Ravager is holding up just fine. That's bad. I just painted the Ravager. Bunch of missed shots. That was excellent. I think you guys are just arguing for the sake of arguing. You both like challenges. Sometimes. And you both give each other shit for challenges. Sometimes. OG Spork, what's up?
We have underestimated the strength of the Reaper signal. They are here. The Reapers somehow know what we've learned about them. They have a weakness. I'm compiling our research data to archive before it's too late. Cerberus sent troops to defend the facility against the Reapers.
Starting command sequence. Releasing husks.
Kimov. What's happening? Oh my god.
This is our way out.
Was that voice supposed to be the person who became that husk that's on the table? That wasn't...
This is our way out.
Wasn't abundantly clear.
This will get us closer to the tower. This way.
Brutes! Sure, we can actually hit the brute from here. Yeah, they can. Beautiful. Beautiful. Then there's no reason not to. If that brute's gonna stand there... Nope, there's glass in between, but the powers went right through it. The Banshee, are we really able to hit that Banshee from this distance? It's just strange. I'll take it though. Let's move across and then they'll start coming this way. This is a different brute.
Stay out of their reach.
Okay. Is this the one we were attacking from a distance? Maybe. Or are there three here? Hey Alex, welcome back. How are you doing? Ah, that brute was getting damage from a distance. And is nearly dead. Dead, dead, dead. Pod status. Pod 1, foreign material present. That's the weapon. Pod integrity compromised. Pod 2, Pod 3, subject deactivated. So, which pods are they talking about? The ones back here? Somewhere there's a pod with a weapon. There it is. There's the gun sitting in there. Where do we open the pod from? Can't I remember? Pod controls at. Hey, David Liam, how are ya? This just has their status. Oh, pod, manual override. There it was. Right there. Saber! 99 Saber. I just wanted to collect it. Wasn't really planning on using it.
Tower access granted.
Get ready.
Shepard.
Miranda.
Commander Shepard. Excellent timing.
Put the gun down.
No. Oriana tried to shoot me. Miranda's poisonous influence, no doubt.
I'm sorry she missed. Where's Kai Lang?
I don't know. Gone. He took my research and left us here to die.
Miranda, can you hear me?
That's close enough. Both of you. Kai Lang didn't finish the job, but I will.
This ends here.
On the contrary, now that the Reapers are taken care of, we have a way out.
Let her go.
Shepard, don't let him take her. Shepard, please.
I have no problem with you. I just want Oriana and the research data.
You want a lot.
You get your life in return. How much is that worth?
All right. Take her. But I want out alive. Deal?
No deal. Did he hurt you? Are you all right? It's okay, Ori. You're safe now. I'm fine. I want to get out of here. We will. Give me a minute, okay? Commander Shepard. Fancy meeting you here.
We caught a break. Are you all right?
I'll be fine. Really. I don't know how you managed it, but I'm grateful you're here.
How did you do all this?
Finding my father didn't take long once I confirmed he worked for the Elusive Man. Just had to follow the lies. Once I saw what this place really was, I couldn't just walk away.
Of course.
Things got really complicated when Reapers showed up. And Kai Lang.
You survived. Not many people could do that.
When you mentioned he was involved, I took a few precautions. Probably saved my life.
Miranda, this whole thing was a huge risk. You should have told me.
You have a war to win, Shepard. This was my fight. It's been a long time coming.
Belle,
you did.
How you been?
It's over.
Yes. I just wish my sister didn't have to see all this.
About your father.
I'm glad he's gone, Shepard. I'm sorry if that sounds cold.
No. I understand.
It's finally over. For both of us. We can stop running.
Yes. You can. What's our status? Any intel we can use from this place?
Research databases have been purged, but security systems are intact, including Cerberus shipping manifests. No direct links, but it's a good start.
Grab anything you can off the computer. We'll take it back to be analyzed.
I can do better than that.
What?
Before Kai Leng took off, I planted a tracer on him. If you act fast, you'll track him right to the elusive man.
A tracer? Sounds like you thought of everything.
Not quite, but... nobody's perfect.
Hey, Edge, what's going on?
Thanks, Miranda. This is exactly what we need.
Thought you might need some good news.
Damn right. What's next for you two?
Get her someplace safe. Get the scratch cleaned up.
Okay. I've got to follow all this up.
I'll be in touch, Shepard. Soon.
I hope so.
Come on, Ori. We've had enough of Father's hospitality.
Let's make sure everyone knows about this place.
Communication scrambler disabled.
Listen to me. This is not a refugee camp. This is a Cerberus facility run by my
Cortez,
father,
we need to
Henry
pick up at the
Lawson.
tower.
Roger that.
I've had enough of this place.
I wasn't in favor of your diversion to Sanctuary, Commander. Too many unknowns. But I was wrong. The Cerberus lab you raided hinted at something big, but we never expected this. All those refugees, all that slaughter, just to study indoctrination.
Sanctuary did need to be shut down, sir. What they learned about the Reapers wasn't worth all those lives.
It's useful intel, Commander, but you're right. The cost was too high. Do we have a location on the elusive man?
Yes. We had a tracer on Kai Leng when he reported back.
Good. That gives us a fighting chance to take Cerberus out of this war.
Agreed. We need to end Cerberus and focus on the Reapers.
My thoughts exactly. Hack it out.
What kind of soldier looks at a camp that turns people into husks and goes, yeah, I want to help with that?
The same guy that lets Cerberus stick Reaper tech into his skull. Those bastards aren't human anymore.
Hey, can I ask a favor of both of you? Anyone else who's just feeling the urge to get involved? Alex, Primrosiah. We've gone a good year and change here in this channel without really silly name calling and you're 12. No, you're 12. No, you live in a basement. No, you live in a basement. Can we just cut that shit out? Just stop. It's stupid. We've got people here from... There shouldn't be anyone here under the age of 18 because of the mature content filter on Twitch, and if you're breaking the rules and clicking through that button when you shouldn't be, that's between you and Twitch. And I don't want to babysit anyone, and I'm not here to protect the integrity of youth, but I also don't want to have to talk about this and give people shit. We've got people here who are 80 years old, and we've got people here who shouldn't be here who are 13 years old and just barely make it onto Twitch. Let's not talk about dolls and plastic and basements. That's just stupid. Can we just put that away completely? If I see more of that back and forth, it's just, you know, do people really need timeouts?
If you want to check on her.
Then everybody's 12. Dunce cap sitting in the corner of the room. Just kill it. I'm gonna be 38 this year, and sometimes I'm 12, okay? If I wanna be 12 and stare at someone's ass, I'm gonna be 12 and stare at someone's ass. You don't need to call me out on it. You don't need to call anyone else out on it. We're okay. Kasey, what's up? Long time no see. Good. Doing well. Alliance News Network, new article on Quarian Fleet. Palaven, a Turian hierarchy, one of the most powerful and respected ground forces in the galaxy, are today paying respects to an unlikely ally, Marines of the Quarian Fleet. The weakened immune systems of Quarians normally means their forces are restricted to ships, but when an emergency technical team was required to repair a ground-based comm relay, providing vital intel to the Turian military, one Quarian squad stepped up. Commanded by squad leader Cal Rieger, the Quarian team repaired the comm system, then sacrificed their lives holding the position until Krogan troops arrived. Turian troops offered to provide evac support. Rieger refused, insisting they could not risk the relay failing. Falling. That multiple breaches into their exosuits made evacuation impossible. We're all dead anyway, Rieger reportedly said. Just make them pay for it. Spokesman for Primarch Victus praised the squad's bravery. Whatever our past politics, today the galaxy stands together against a single threat, Victus said. We are humbled by the sacrifice of our allies from Rannoch, and we promise to return the honor. Nothing happened, Denslet. Nothing happened. I was just trying to head it off before it got silly. Before it got silly. Alright, Spork, moving to laptop.
Dr. Tassoni found useful information in the data you recovered, Commander.
Research data from Pragia. Power cooldown or power damage? Cooldowns are already great. Power damage, we'll take it.
How's Miranda?
She'll make a recovery.
I'm not surprised. Miranda always struck me as a driven woman. I'm glad she made it.
Oh, that was cold, Normandy. I think he was trolling me. Shut that on purpose. I'm gonna check the weight on the Locust as compared to the Hornet.
It's about time you loosened up a little.
Not sure how drinking mezcal late into the night makes me a better crewman.
How does it not? Gives you heart. You need heart to fight this kind of war.
A heartburn, maybe. Seriously, could we at least get some decent tequila?
Hey, you're the procurement specialist. Set us up.
I want to see what level 5 Locust, what the weight is like compared to the level 5 Hornet. Weighs less. Slightly less damage. Lower fire rate, greater capacity, greater accuracy. Yeah, let me switch over to the Locust here. Try that. Recharge speed went up a tiny bit. 4%. Still 4%. Go check in with Captain Awesome. Let's see what we're doing for. It might be time to go check out Anderson's apartment, even before the first break. Reminder, today's a 12-hour stream, and we're still in the first 2 hours. If we finish the game with a lot of time to spare, we're going to play some more of the Witcher No-HUD Death March playthrough. If we finish, at 10, 11 hours into the stream, we'll probably just wrap. But if we finish 8 hours into the stream and we've got a big chunk of time left on the schedule, we'll move back over to the Witcher. Captain Awesome, reporting for duty, sir. Meep. Guns. Priority, Cerberus headquarters. The Elusive Man's headquarters have been located, and the Alliance is prepared to attack to recover the Prothean VI that holds the key to the catalyst. Once the attack is launched, the Alliance will be fully committed to the final fight against the Reapers. Assault the base when ready. So talk to me about timing. Upon a time. What's up, boys and girls? Been a while? Yes, it's been a while. I hope you've been well. Have you been well? Any other games you're planning to play in the future? Nope, this is the last game I'm ever planning to play. We will never play any more games in the future. There will be no future. Oh, God, lots of games. Are you kidding? Spork, we got all the games in the world to play. Last year, during October, we played a lot of darker, horror-themed games, not entirely. This October, we're going to do something similar, probably. I don't know that it's going to be thematic for the whole month, but we're going to play quite a few things in October. Right now, we're still running through the BioWare RPG, so the rest of September, next week, in fact, we're starting Dragon Age Inquisition, and this coming week, Dragon Age Inquisition, we're going to do a 24-hour stream of that this coming Friday. After Dragon Age Inquisition, we've got a lot of things lined up. So I'm just throwing some stuff out there. October, November, we've got everything from Mankind Divided to the Bioshock remasters to Doom, possibly going back to the Metro games. I want to play another Last of Us run. We talked about maybe doing Until Dawn again. Maybe getting everyone killed in Until Dawn. Dishonored comes out in November. The NES Mini, I want to play some old NES games on the NES Mini when that comes out. Even though I've got emulators and old cartridges and all that, I still want to check it out. Might do something special for the Halloween stream again. Last year it turned out to be 31 hours, but it was a blind nightmare playthrough of Alien Isolation. I wouldn't mind going through Alien Isolation again, but I don't just want October this year to be a repeat of October last year. So I've got a lot on my mind about what we could do. Might make some polls for some of that. We'll see. It'll all fall into place. Monday and Tuesday, I'm not sure what we're going to play, because this will probably be done. I don't know if I want to go right into Dragon Age Inquisition. Right now I've got Inquisition down to start on Thursday with the 24-hour stream on Friday. I might bump that up. We might start Inquisition on Monday or Tuesday. Still not sure. I wish I could get my eyelid to stop twitching. Stress, fatigue, whatever it is. Geralt cosplay, please. Is that my new challenge? Is that the new challenge? If you can come up with good cosplay. If you want to, Spork, if you haven't seen the list of games that have already been played with links to all the archives on YouTube, you might check that out and give you some sense of the kind of things we might play coming up. All right, talk to me about this. Talk to me about this. We've got Cerberus base. Do we want to do Citadel now? Do we do that? Citadel now? Or can we get away with doing Citadel after Cerberus base before going to London? Help me decide right now. Help me decide when we're going to do Citadel. You don't have to do it in one chunk. We're going to do it in one chunk. We're going to go to the apartment. We're going to do the combat section. We're going to go to the Sunset Strip, back to the apartment, and Sunset Strip, and back to the apartment. We're going to have to go back and forth a lot just to get all of the dates. You basically go on dates with your squad mates. All of them, the ones who are alive. And we are missing a couple. We're not, unfortunately, going to see Zaid. Zaid Masani will not get bested by a fucking kids game. Not this playthrough, unfortunately. Rip Zaid. Rest in peace, Robin Sachs. Kasumi will also not be here. Not an option for reasons. Yeah, it's the way the story... We can't insert Citadel between Cerberus base and London, can we? Okay. That's kind of what I wanted to check on, Primrosiah. Even though I've done this many times, can be now or after Earth, which is just weird, I agree. Alright, thank you. You know, I may have played through the series a dozen times, but I still get Order of Operations confusion. Johnny K, what's up, Johnny? Citadel now. Hello, everyone. No, you can't. Thank you. Thank you all for checking me on that. We're going to go to Anderson's apartment now. We'll get that started. We'll take a break, come back to the combat section, get the party going. Well, Edge, it sounds like we're definitely doing Citadel now. We're not saving it for post-game. That would be just weird. We're definitely doing it now. Thank you for checking me in the order of operations, because I was, as often, a little unsure about things I should know. Salt, the elusive man's base, will be saved for later today. Wait. Wombat, you've never seen the Citadel DLC or the party? Goon, happy Saturday. It is, I'm sure you've heard good things about it, Wombat, and the party is excellent, and the Citadel DLC overall is one of the best pieces of fan service any game has come up with. That being said, the combat sections of Citadel are one of my least favorite parts of the entire series. There's a reason for that. It's pretty simple. They take away your gear and they give you a pea shooter, and they're like, check out this awesome gun. It's this horrible little gun, and there's not enough ammunition, and there's this long... It just doesn't balance well on Insanity.
Commander,
you can't mow through it.
on the QEC. Patching him through to you now.
Vanguard might be able to pull some strings, though.
Shepard. Admiral, How are you holding up?
Day by day, Commander.
Yeah. Hackett sent me a message about this apartment.
I want you to have it. Take it off my hands.
Are you serious?
You need a place that's yours. Somewhere to recharge, clear your head. Haley wanted us to settle down there. Thing is, the longer I'm on Earth, the less I want to leave. And I want as few loose ends out there as possible. Like I said, you'd be doing me a favor.
That's very generous.
Very.
It's practical. We need you in the best shape possible. Rested. Focused.
If you say so. Thank you.
And make yourself at home, damn it. It's yours now.
I'm sure I can manage.
Anderson's apartment is slick.
I've been meaning to do that for a while. I'll talk to you soon.
Be careful out there, Anderson.
You too, Shepard.
He just gave us his apartment because he's on Earth fighting and he doesn't want it to go to waste and he wants us to get some R&R. This is our place now. Yeah, Densa, you know what? That part of it's weird. Sure, Citadel's kind of weird story-wise. Oh, Reapers are attacking us, but go have a rest in the apartment, Shepard. The Reapers can wait. Yeah, that's weird. What? Wondering whether I should just keep my mouth shut on the whole Brooks thing. But I'll name drop it now. I'll name drop Brooks and tell you my frustration, and then I'll see if I can manage to shut up about it for the rest of the combat section. I'm sure I will facepalm left and right. Brooks, in my opinion, one of the worst characters in the entire Mass Effect series. Brooks makes me crazy. She makes my skin... She makes everything happen. She makes steam come out of my ears. Brooks. Brooks. I'm not usually good at seeing through mysteries, but Brooks was transparent to me from the beginning when I played this, and it made me crazy. Playing through the DLC, you'll meet Brooks soon enough, Spork, if you don't know Brooks. You'll meet Brooks soon enough. Playing through the DLC and watching all the NPCs react a certain way to Brooks is just over and over again. There are few game characters in the world of gaming that I loathe like Brooks. Just a disaster. And I've spoken to other people who don't feel that way. You know, upon a time, I don't really have any problem with the voice actress. It's the way the character is written, and the way everybody is written to respond to that character makes me crazy. Just, if I could erase her from the world, I would. So, yeah. With that out of the way, I will try not to complain too much about Brooks. I'm just going to let it play out. You'll meet Brooks soon enough. I'm going to take a break in about 5 minutes after we look around the apartment. I have not eaten breakfast yet, and it is lunchtime, so I'm going to go heat up some lunch during that break, and then I'm going to come back all charged up, and we're going to play through Citadel. It's going to take way more than 2 hours, so we're going to spend, there'll be a couple breaks throughout Citadel, and then we'll get to the party. Maybe we'll even run through the party twice. There are different ways you can play through the party. You get asked how you want to set things up, slow or fast, and then there's 3 sections to the party, and you can mix it up and get different dialogue. So we might actually roll back after playing through the party and play through part of the party again, so we can get different dialogue out of some of the characters. There's overlap, but there's also unique stuff, and it's worthwhile.
You never asked me about this, but my wife just called.
Maybe I should have saved these for after the break.
Nobody likes to talk about the toll that long months apart can have on military relationships. She wasn't military. She couldn't handle it. But it's not even about military and non-military, damn it. It's space flight. Space flight. Finding the mass relays, miracles of engineering. Human imagination rising to meet our desires. We pay a price for that curiosity, that drive. Our relationships suffer. People we love suffer. But that's reality. And it's worth the cost. I must have thought it was. I guess I still do. In the end, you just have to hope you made the right choices.
Words were rarely spoken. Alright, yeah, let me take that break now. We'll just do it now instead of walking around the apartment. My teeth are floating. I need to go pee. Go make some food. I'll be back in 10 or 15, and we'll get into the Citadel DLC. You're taking off. Have a good one. But we're just getting started for the day. See you real soon.